Okay, so this is another interview for Black Women Swimming, Stories of Desire, Loss, and Resilience. And this is Yolanda Keener, and I'm just going to have her tell me a little bit about herself, including her name, and, well, just gave her name. Just tell me how you identify yourself racially, and also do I have your permission to tape this interview?
I identify as African American, and yes, you do have my permission to take this interview.
Okay, so I just want to know a little bit about your swim story, your experiences.
Okay. I like typical kids. I get in the pool as a younger person, 10 or 11 or so, and play with my friends, but never really knew how to swim. And in fact, none of my friends really did. Maybe out of 10, maybe one or two. I can remember once going down a slide and that dumped into the pool. Dumped you into the pool. It was about 6 feet of water. And my friend said, "Just come down, Yolanda, and I'll catch you. Just come down and I'll catch you." Went down. She didn't catch me. She couldn't swim, and I ended up in deep water, gasping for breath.
And you're how old, and what year is this about?
I guess I was like, it was Saturday, 17. I guess 1967 or 8. And so the lifeguard, who happened to be African American, jumped in the water and got me and said, "No, Yolanda, you gotta stay out of the pool." So I never got in the pool again.
So you took that literally? Yeah,
I took that literally. And so I would my kids. I made sure that when I got married and had kids, that they learned how to swim. My son learned how to swim.
Was that connected to your experience?
That was definitely connected to my
falling
experience.
into the pool, the deep end of the pool,
at the deep end of the
pool, and not being caught.
And not being caught. And I didn't realize that unconsciously, that incident made me fearful of the water. Before that, I had no fear. Even though I couldn't swim, but when that drowning incident and the lifeguard saying you're never to get back in the pool again, kind of like
that was powerful.
Yeah.
And so you really felt you were going to drown.
Exactly. I really felt I was going to drown. So I never did, but I didn't want that fear to be transferred to my children. So I made sure that they had swimming lessons and the whole nine. And so as I got older, my kids we'd go to the beach or go to a hotel and it's like, "Mom, get in the water, get in the water." Like, no. And finally, I arrived to a point just recently, a couple of years ago, where I was talking to one of my colleagues who is also African American.
Okay.
And said that her bucket list was to go scuba diving. And our principal or head of school said, "Well, you can't go scuba diving unless you know how to swim." She says, No, that's not true.
So the principal told her that she needed to learn how to swim. Okay.
And so she said, my friend says, "Well, Yolanda doesn't know how to swim either."
So she brought you into it.
So she pulled me into it, and we were very fortunate to have a pool at our school.
Very nice.
And we had access to a swim teacher who happened to be actually Katie Ledecky, one of Katie Ledecky's swim coaches.
Okay. So you're getting the best of the best.
Right. So the principal made it, our head of school made it happen that we got off early, twice a week. And we
So your principal was also invested. Is she African American?
Nope, she's white. Little white lady about my age in her late 50s, and said, "This is what's going to happen. I know the school day ends at whatever time, but you can leave school about
what made it
half an hour."
So also important to her.
Exactly. And she said, "You're going to do this," and arranged it. And I was fearful, but what helped me was...
And I see that you have your hand on your chest.
Yes.
There's like a very sacred thing going on here.
I know, but the best part, one of the best parts is that I did it with... I wasn't alone in it, and my friend was there to cheer me on.
Another type of friend
was there for me, and we would cheer each other on. It was tough because I still had that fear. I remember getting swimming to the shallowest end of the pool, and the teacher saying, "Okay, you can do it. You can go to the, because 12 feet, it's an Olympic sized pool."
Right.
And so we would get to, she says, "Come on, you can do this." And I was like, "No, I can't." And I hold onto the ropes and swim back. But that journey, I mean, do I still feel comfortable swimming alone? No, but I push myself. And I'm still afraid of the deep water. But I don't feel as though I'm going to drown. And in my head, I know that I can be in the water. I'm in the water.
The water.
When the lifeguards say you're not allowed, you can't get back in the pool. I know I can get back in the pool.
You know, and you have.
Yeah,
and
I
you
have.
are.
Yeah, so that did not stop me. My family, though, none of them know how to.
Are you talking about your parents? Because I was going to ask you about that.
Yeah, none of
your
them.
Parents or your siblings?
None of them know how to swim. No one in my family, in my mom, my grandparents, my uncles, my nieces,
wow.
my
So this
nephews.
is usually big for you then.
Yeah,
for you to
yeah, the only one in my family who
knows how to swim.
Who knows how to swim.
So now, where are you with your swimming?
Well,
right
now with my swimming, I am. I'm not swimming as often as I'd like. Probably because life is busy and the pools.
I know they close the pool, which is where I usually see you.
Yeah, and I often, and I thought I had this idea in mind that I would go to another swimming facility. That hasn't happened because it's a little harder to do. Having access to the Y, because I'm here for classes with the pool, is really helpful.
Having it be convenient helps
the
you
convenience
to
of it,
keep going. So
and it's a place that I feel comfortable and safe.
Okay, safe. So feeling safe is really important.
Yeah,
the water.
And the water, right. This is an environment that I'm familiar with. I know the people. I get to see you sometimes.
Thank you.
In the pool
Thank
and
you.
others.
Thank you.
So that's been I think it's been a good place for me.
Do you have a final word on swimming?
Hi, how are you? Good. My final word is gosh, I haven't really thought about it. My final word actually comes from one of my students who was lifeguarding at the pool when I was learning how to swim. And she got up in the morning assembly and she said in front of all the students that, our teachers are always telling us to take risks. And I want you to know that there are some teachers, some adults who live by that. And I observed and I watched Mrs. Keener get in the pool, and she was terrified. In life, we're going to be terrified. And what you do is you take a risk, no matter what. No, don't let anyone tell you that you can't do it. Her jumping in the pool is her way of saying, I'm doing this for myself. And so I of course, was emotional about that, because I never thought, here I was, in the middle of a big assembly, and this kid is saying, "Oh my gosh, I'm so proud of you." I think that it's
very powerful.
It's powerful. It's powerful for African Americans to know that swimming is like breathing. It's like you need it's easier than you think, and it's important. It's an important skill. It's important to know how to swim.
Wow, Yolanda, thank you. Thank you so much for this interview.
Jacqueline, I don't know what I did there. I haven't had my cup of coffee.
That was powerful. I mean, you took it